night tonight.
So we're about to head into the property now. You probably can't see me, but the radar's like spiking out. There's like a major band of rain coming through, and we're just contemplating whether it's worth sleeping in the car, because setting a camp up in this is going to be pretty brutal. But there's been a plus to all this, and that is that we haven't had rain like this for weeks. So anyone who hunts deer through summer will know where I'm going with this. They're going to bunker down in this a little bit while the wind hits and the storm hits, and hopefully by morning they're going to be keen as to get out and get a feed. So that's going to mean a little bit more movement maybe in the morning as far as the deer are concerned, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm happy with that. If I got to put up with sleeping in the car or setting the tent up in the rain and getting wet, then so be it. It's going to be a good hunt in the morning, and possibly going to get the pick of a good animal for the table. So no complaints, just a progress report, all cool. Good times, happiness. Had a lamb roast and a pork roast in one night. That's my mum. She's like smashing out the roast. Persevere with this sleeping in a car arrangement. We've got full bellies. Damo's drinking rum cans. That can't be good for sleep. There's caffeine in that. Did you know there's caffeine in that?
There's rum in it though.
Rum is a vile drink that turns, what was they saying? Gentlemen into scoundrels.
Yeah.
I'm drinking water because I'm dedicated to hydration.
Or you just don't want to get soaking wet to go back to the ingle and get the can.
Anyway, morning's going to be off the chart is the hope and want. Standing near the light, we've got a break in the weather, so we're punching out the setup of the camp. We're still getting wet, but we've got to sleep in a horizontal fashion, and the car's not doing it for us. There's water everywhere. The nights like these are the ones you remember. You go, remember that night we were out hunting fallow deer, it was smashing us with rain, and we were up till 1 o'clock, and then we went hunting at 5:30. Morning coffee. Warm up. Yup.
Have a good sleep, mate.
No. I didn't have a good sleep. Did you have a good sleep?
Yep. Got a bit rainy last night, I don't know if you noticed.
I forgot my fly cover and I got hammered by the water and the rain. Oh well, this is the same thing, isn't it? Super wet sleeping bag, wet stretcher, ended up legging it into the car at 4 o'clock. Lasted till 4 though. So, just saw a mob of about, I reckon about 15 to 20 deer, all downwind from us. So we've got to look at them for about 2 minutes max, and then they were just gone. They didn't see us, but they could smell us all right. So we're just working our way into the wind now, fringe country. Just going to try and get eyes on some deer feeding and just take an easy shot. Oh, there's heaps of them. So we've just found some deer. Trying to put the camera on them, but it's a bit dicey. They're just onto us a little bit. We're just letting them settle. sister knows. She knows something's not right. So you can see it, she knows something's not right, but she doesn't know what it is. They know something's up. They just came down the wrong side of us. Well, breakfast time. Bit of peppered steak for breakfast, a few bits of bread. I reckon it'd be about, you reckon, Damo, be 8 o'clock?
Yep.
Haven't seen anything since that mob, but boy, there's some prints on the ground and heaps of scat everywhere. So we're thinking with this wind that's just picked up, it might be to our benefit to get in some of this thick scrub and follow some of these game trails to the open areas inside where it's a bit protected. Tends to, well, you tend to find the bucks in the tighter country anyway. It's no surprise that that big mob that we found out in the paddock were all does. I'll get some of the chunky stuff in there. These little babies running around. All we seem to find is does with fawns. A lovely girl, isn't she? With that coat on her. The fawn's just as nice. We're back at the camp, feeling pretty satisfied. No deer to carry home, but I think we did pretty well really. Saw a lot of animals this morning, and you know, it was just good to be around so many deer. And I guess it's a misconception about hunting, because some people think when you're a hunter or hunters just go out and they shoot things. I guess some people do that. They can sometimes give hunting a bad name by having that sort of mentality, but there was no way we were going to shoot any of those does off that mob this morning. There was a good chance that some didn't have any fawns, but it wasn't worth the risk. Sacrifice ethics just for a bit of meat, I certainly wouldn't feel good about that, no matter what went in the freezer. So that's where the satisfaction comes, knowing that we did well we got among the animals, or amongst the animals, and didn't get caught out. So just wasn't to be this morning, but that's okay. Got to head home now, so we've got a small hunt in and know where they're moving, so we'll come back probably a day next week, and I'll bring the bow this time and see if we can finish this episode off with a fallow deer on the ground. Riv can see Damo walking up the track after picking up his target, and she's not sure who he is. You tell him, Riv. You tell him. Taking Riv for a walk, little river dog, and Damo's sighting in his rifle. So, good opportunity just to let her hear a few bangs while we're doing other things. And yeah, so it's just really an assessment, I suppose, see how she goes with loud noise, but I don't think it'll be a problem. If it is, we'll deal with it. So we'll just see how she goes. Gonna get a bang in a minute, okay? See what happens when the bang goes off, Riv. That was exciting, wasn't it? Let's go smell this. Come on. Maybe one more, I think, girl. That was a good result, having the dog hit the 3 shots, and by the third one things had improved dramatically. So the tip is keep your young dogs imprinted with things like this. Imprinting means just put it in their mind. It's not, the gun isn't about anything at the moment, it's just the sound of the gun. It doesn't represent anything bad or anything exciting either, yet. But the dog is getting used to it, so that's imprinting, and I recommend it. But I gave her a good 70-80 metres distance off those shots, so there wasn't that good crack that you often get with a big caliber rifle that goes right through you. She didn't have to experience that the first time. It was just the gun going off, you know, semi in the distance, and yeah, just helps. So don't shoot over the top of your young dogs and just expect it to be okay because they are a gun dog or a hunting dog. Just keep that in mind, and if you come across a dog, your dog, one you pick up that's gun shy, I'll be honest with you, it's difficult to, you know, correct a gun shy dog. Best way to do it is just to, in my opinion, is to just keep the dog around the sound and desensitize the dog to the shot. I have been around dogs that have been like a little bit skittish at first, and then, you know, as they've got older, they've associated the gun with something good, and, you know, that overpowered it. But sometimes it can be pretty devastating if you get a dog that's gun shy and you're like, well, what am I going to do now? It's tough, and that's the reality of it. However, parents, again, it goes back to parents when you're choosing dogs. Good solid lines, good solid working lines, not show lines. And, you know, when I feed the pups as well, you know, a bit more imprinting, I make a lot of sound because feeding's fun, you know, for pups. They get to have a bit of a chew and they think that's pretty good. So I bang pots and things like that. I do silly little things like that, you know, in an effort to imprint. But it seems to work. So I hope that tip has helped you guys. And you can go on and do good things with your dogs. Oh, I got another target retrieving dog. Good girl. But you're not allowed to eat it now. That's not how it works. Here, Ta. This way. Come on. Good work. Come on.
Oh, I can't see. Put down the lights out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's a tree coming. Over here, River. River, come.
She doesn't know which way to go. So, in a bit of a conundrum. We've got like these awesome nori rolls. But they're shocking.
They're about 10 on the meat steaks.
And our good wives have spent like the last hour and a half making them, made a special 100-kilometre trip to buy the ingredients. And it's got like so much wasabi in it, it's ridiculous. And we're both debating on whether or not we just eat them.
Or fling them.
Yeah. Or going home and actually telling them they put too much wasabi in our nori rolls, which wouldn't really be the right thing to do. So, being the good husbands that we are, we're just going to eat them and shut up. And no one else will ever know other than the thousands of people that are watching this video. So don't tell our wives, okay? And they're a bit soggy. And brutally hot. Wasabi is like, it's like someone's stuck a little bit of battery acid in it. That's the only way to describe it, isn't it? Yeah. It's not like a chili heat that warms you up and you're thinking, it's just ridiculous. We're here a week later, and you've probably just watched the footage from a week ago, a couple of minutes ago. It was a pretty awesome experience being around the big mobs of does with their fawns. I'm going to mix it up a little bit and head out to the northern part of the property. This property is fairly significant in size, so I was just talking to Jason before about how the area seems to hold bucks in one part and there's a lot of does in another, and you know, I don't know why that's so obvious here, but it is. I mean, some of you deer hunters are going, yeah, that's just what happens, the bucks go this way, the does go that way. We all know that, but in broadacre country, it's pretty definable, and it is here. So we saw that firsthand, you saw that firsthand in the footage you watched. Just piles and piles of does with fawns. We've got a south wind and we're at the northern end of the property. So the property owner came along, he was on his rounds, and we were able to hop in the back of the ute, which was awesome for a fat man like me. So that helps us get up to the good spot where we can walk into the wind, back to the car, and we're just going to take our time. It's sort of, I don't know, it's super hard when you just been legging it for a while to slow down. So I'm making myself stand here for a little while just to, put myself in the zone a little bit, so I don't just end up legging it through this hot country.
It's gonna be a good night tonight.
As it always happens, I just took a shot at a deer. No camera on it. Deer's looking at you. You've got like 5 seconds, 6 seconds, I don't know. And it's like, what do? Do we film this? Do we shoot? And I just felt like I had to take the shot. So I felt solid though, eh?
It sounded solid, yeah. I'll be surprised if there wasn't contact there. Really surprised.
Felt good. I think the shot was on track, 40 plus meters, closer to the 50 end. But you can see we're right out in the open.
It was all over us.
And timing wasn't on our side, so let's see if we can just maybe get something on the ground before we lose light.
Yeah.
We'll just go and have a look at the impact site, and we'll take it from there.
It's not working, man. This scope, I don't know what's going on with it. I cannot get on it. In this light, it's crap. Again, I can see it, but it's crap.
You're gonna have to peg it, man. You're gonna have to have a crack.
Dude, you have a look. Have a look through it. It's just not working. Have a look. Ready to roll. Have a look. See it?
What is wrong?
Hey?
What is wrong?
I don't know. I just...
I want it right back. Play around with it. Do something close first.
I'm trying.
Something close. Just that tree.
Don't know, mate. That was a real
No,
hard
you've done it. You dropped him.
Yeah.
Well done, buddy. That was tough going.
Oh, that's gold.
You can't see us, but we're laughing not because the deer shot, but because of all the kerfuffle we just went through.
Talk about shenanigans.
Something was going on with Jason's.
Low light.
Jason's.
I'm glad that you looked through the scope though and you're like, what's going on with this, man? I think the closest line was, just make it work, Jace, just make it work. Oh, that was funny, man.
Especially after talking.
Jace the crack shot.
Yeah.
not crack pipe.
Yeah.
I want to mark this.
Yeah.
And then, like, if we come back later on, we'll range it and see what
Sure.
it is.
Yeah. You did a good shot, mate, compared to, like,
Oh, mate, that
with all the kerfuffle going on.
Plus we're running across the paddock. no heart pump there at all. I'm interested to see how far that is. I reckon.
Deer, another one. See? I'll show you the horizon line so you can see here we're just on the point of darkness, and you saw or heard the kerfuffle we had with the scope. That was on this doe here, the spotted one, and Jason pulled off a pretty good shot under pretty tough circumstances.
Mate, that was a killer.
But as we've got closer, there was another one just sitting off it. So you'll notice there's a front leg missing there. I don't know what's caused that. Has it been blown off by a rifle, or has it got caught in a fence? It's pretty clean.
That's been shot, man. It's just below knee height.
Yeah.
That's probably been shot off.
I think it's been
With a
shot.
long bomb. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone's done that. Anyhow, the result is 2 nice deer on the ground, and Jason did a top job. We're going to have to try and clean these out now and get them back to the car. We wanted, hang on, I'll get the light. We wanted 2 deer for the trip, so we've got them now. We'll still probably have a lap in the morning. We were considering editing this out, but we'll leave it in. I actually missed a deer with the bow. Hit the log though, in front of it, but it was a bit dodgy, wasn't it, Jace?
I say nothing.
It was, I've just had one of those nights. I've missed a rabbit, a hare and a deer. 3 arrows, 3 misses. I don't know what's wrong with me. Possibly I might take up sewing, knitting. Good thing I've got someone here with a rifle.
We can eat tonight.
Still dressing? No, there we are. We'll just give you a dressing tip. Now you can run either way from the bottom of the deer. Hang on. You can run from the back legs of the deer up and gut them if you like that way, or start up the top. I start down the back here, and the key is getting 2 fingers under there. So basically what you're doing is lifting the skin of the animal off the gut line, and that's preventing busting the gut bag. So you don't need a gut hook. Most of the knife makers that make knives, you say, you got one with a gut hook, and they say, oh please, do I really have to do that? And there's a reason. It's because it's not necessary. Jace has taken his time here. You don't have to be a hero about it, but now that knife's running between Jason's fingers up into the diaphragm there till it hits ribs, and there you go. No gut bag spillage.
Not yet.
Doing well, mate. Good job. We're on our way home. We've decided to head out of the property and get this meat back to home. Motivation for that is not spoiling this beautiful venison, and 35 degrees tomorrow is the temperature, and we had a bit of food and we just thought, you know what, there's a chance that we might get a bit of fly action in the morning. I'll wreck the meat, or it might just get too hot. So, you know, we've got 2 animals on the ground. We had a really good hunt together. Jason did an awesome job with the rifle. It's probably hard for you to understand based on the footage, but it was tough going in low light, and the shots were just, you know, right on the money. There was no, you know, wounded deer or anything like that. It was just done right. So that was great, and you know, I missed 3 times in a row with the bow. So, you know, I'm getting the sack. Jason's now taking over the series. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I did. It was cool, and you'll get some more fallow deer action because I need to eat, and they're my favourite to chew on. So we'll catch you later. Have a good one.